Press the bell icon on our YouTube app and never miss another video from SpotboyE.
Hi, we are in conversation with the beautiful and talented Vidya Balan.
That was the shortest introduction ever. Thank you very much, Vickey Lalwani.
Okay. Welcome to SpotboyE Vidya.
Thank you.
Let's start.
Yeah.
Tell me about your upcoming release, Tumhari Sulu.
Tumhari Sulu.
What is it all about?
Firstly, releases on the 17th of November. And it's a slice of life film. But I've decided to call it a happy film because I really feel it's about this person whose Sulu is a kind of person who's always happy under all circumstances. She's always smiling. She's always making a joke of something. She's just got this lovely attitude in life, you know. So I think it's a happy film. It's about a family, a middle class family, who's very content with where they are in life. Of course, they have dreams and all that. But it's about the simple things in life. It's about those little moments in life. And it's about how her mantra is, "Main kar sakti hai." So she's willing to try everything out. She'll participate in everything. That way she lands herself a job as a late night RJ. And then what happens is
I
what the
can't
film is
help
all
asking
about.
you this. You have done this in Lage Raho. So
Yeah.
how different is this from that?
It's completely different. Yeah, they're completely different people. And one is a late night RJ, so she
Yeah.
doesn't let you sleep. But the other one, Janvi in Lage Raho Munna Bhai, also didn't let you sleep because she'd
Yeah.
say good morning and wake you up every
Yeah.
morning. So I think because I'm an insomniac, I don't let people sleep.
Okay, so this one is different, I guess. You're
Yeah.
saying this one makes you turn sides
Yeah.
because of a naughtiness.
You're saying that I didn't.
Okay, tell me, how did you get it? I mean, this whole voice and जो आपने किया है ये.
You know, actually, जब सुरेश त्रिवेणी ने मुझे ये नरेट किया ना, उन्होंने कहा कि imagine it's a housewife, a homemaker, who steps out of her house for her first job, which is that of a late night RJ. And imagine वो घर संभाल रही है, बच्चे को संभाल रही है, रात को माइक के सामने जाके बोलती है, "Hello, आपकी रातों को जगाने." So that I've actually done it exactly like Suresh Triveni. Because you know, he would do it beautifully. He had obviously researched this a lot. Maybe he was a regular listener and caller on all these shows. I keep teasing him by saying, "How do you know so much? Huh? How do you know so much?" I'm sure you've, been one of the callers.
So there is a huge clientele to these shows.
Oh, absolutely. There are lots of
Yeah.
listeners. I think people, especially I think people who have love relationship problems and they don't have anyone to talk to, or then they like the sound of their voice on radio because, you know, when you are a caller, people can also hear you. And maybe it's someone who's lonely or, yeah. And then there are fans of, you know, radio jocks because especially these radio jocks, they have a very intimate way of speaking, you know. I think they must have a lot of fans.
Have you got calls where people have been stalking you and you have picked up some of these calls and
Yeah. You know, initially when I had become an actor, those days, I don't know who got my number from where. There were times when I would not be able to pick up like my phone and make a call or send a message because my phone would be constantly buzzing. I remember at that time I was also doing Salam-e-Ishq, and I remember John telling me the same thing. He had the same problem. And I was like, sometimes you put your phone down, when you pick it up, there are 35 missed calls within the next
Same number?
few. Yeah, no, not same number, but few calls from the same number, few calls from another number. I don't know if it was one person with multiple SIMs or what. And then you put the phone down, or you're trying to call someone and someone's calling again. But then for a while I had a private number. That of course was useless, so I just got back. I got another number, and today at least, you know, I think since then I stopped putting my phone on ringer, as in my phone has been on silent for the past 10 years.
it's so disturbing?
Yeah, because otherwise it's constantly ringing, you know.
No, but have you entered into that conversation you picked up and the person started talking naughty or started, you know, telling you a few things when you were an actress in the initial stages or even now?
No, but I think, you know, I do remember not after I became an actress, but before, in the days of the landline, people would call and boys would talk rubbish. You didn't know who it was because those days you didn't have Truecaller or you didn't have any, you wouldn't be able to tell which number it's coming from. So people would change their voices and talk, rubbish, sometimes really sexual stuff, and you'd be like, oh my God, what just happened there? Of course, I remember that very clearly.
Those are the college days you're saying, before you
Before
you
much
became
before
an
I became,
actress.
much before as in my, college days.
Okay. Let's go on further.
I didn't give you any meat there.
No. I'm going to ask you now the
Yeah.
most important question.
Yeah.
Why are we seeing, every time I ask you this, why are you doing so less films? I mean, what is it? इतना
Where-
filtration क्यों है?
नहीं, I did Begum Jaan in April.
Yeah.
और अब नवंबर में
But
तुम्हारी
I'm sure
सुलू।
you can pull off more.
नहीं यार, कितना काम करूँ? मुझे थोड़ा बीच में आराम करना अच्छा लगता है, जिंदगी जीना अच्छा लगता है, और फिर आके फिर से एक फिल्म करूँ। और मैं तभी फिल्म के लिए हाँ करती हूँ जब मैं पूरी तरह से कन्विंस्ड हूँ, बिकॉज मैं हर फिल्म पे बहुत मेहनत करती हूँ, इतनी मेहनत करती हूँ कि मैं पूरी तरह से थक जाती हूँ फिल्म के बाद. तो आई लाइक टू टेक those breaks. I want to do one at the max 2 films a year. But I think उससे ज़्यादा बहुत हो जाएगा.
How has it been? I mean, I think it's been a long time since a movie really did very well at the box office.
Yeah.
It's 2011, I remember, The Dirty Picture.
2012 Kahani. And then, yeah, it's been a lean patch.
Yeah.
But, initially, जब पहली एक आध फिल्में नहीं चली तो मैं बहुत दुखी हुई. I couldn't understand what was going on, and I kept, wondering what I'm doing wrong and all that. But वो अब I realized कि जो भी हो, मुझे जिस काम में मज़ा आता है मैं वो काम कर रही हूँ, acting. तो जब तक वो है मैं मेहनत करती रहूँगी with the belief that this is going to work. And if it works, great. If it doesn't, that work doesn't become any less special to me. पहले होता था कि कोई फिल्म नहीं चली ना तो उसके गाने भी सुनना मुझे अच्छा नहीं लगता था. It's like a breakup. You feel like because you've given so much of yourself to a film. But
you
then,
dissociate yourself.
Yeah,
from
you want to dissociate. वो गाना भी बजता है तो लगता है कि यार कोई बंद करो कि किसी की याद दिला दी जैसे. But now, over time I've realized that I've probably gone through this phase so that I can accept my work irrespective of whether it's been accepted by other people or not. Like, I enjoy the process. Every film that I've done, I've enjoyed. Some I've enjoyed more than others.
Even if it does not click.
Yeah.
Which one? Can you name one?
But Bobby Jasus, for example, is a film that I enjoyed making. But वो film बिल्कुल नहीं चली. And I remember after that, मैं ना Bobby Jasus देखना चाहती थी, ना उसके गाने सुनना चाहती थी. मुझे बहुत दुख होता था.
So many get-ups you did and...
Yeah, so much, just, it was also a fun team and everything. And then, you wonder कि अच्छा क्यों नहीं चली. Then you don't want to have anything to do with the film. You don't want to talk about it. You don't want to acknowledge it. But then you realize that, just because it didn't work does not mean you didn't have fun making it. Nothing changes that, right?
Yeah.
And that's the only thing that's within your control. Whether you're giving your film your 100-200%, whether you're enjoying it. बाकी फिल्म चलती है नहीं चलती है वो मेरे हाथ में नहीं है. So I think now I'm at peace. Now I'm in a happy place.
Does it affect this word called stardom? Because Saif recently said, it's been a crazy period for me and it's affecting my stardom.
Right. I really feel, Vicky, I thought it would affect my stardom. But what I realized is that people have still given me as much love.
Yeah.
Your saleability as an actor may vary from Friday to Friday, but I think people are very kind. Audiences are very kind. They're very generous. They're very accepting. And they, when I meet people, they only say nice things to me. And even on social media, 95% of the times people are being nice. So I think I've realized that people are very large-hearted. We feel bad, when a film doesn't work. We begin to look at ourselves as lesser mortals. But I don't think there's need to.
The people have been kind, but has the industry also been kind? Because when you approach the next film, maybe your market price has
That happens. That does happen, you know, because especially in the kind of films that I do, it's
anyways limited to.
Yeah, the budget is smaller, right?
Yeah.
And within that smaller budget, of course, your
Nuts
price
and bolts
fluctuates. But I've not been very bothered by it. It's not been like people have been nasty or anything. And I'm very realistic about these things. It doesn't, film nahi chali, so, you know, obviously.
The next
I'm
movie may not give what you are wanting.
No, so
in terms of money.
No, I've not been able to increase maybe.
Yeah.
But you get your price. With every film, you hope that you'll be able to increase your price more.
Yeah.
You know, because we don't get yearly
It was
increments.
happening at that stage when Dirty Picture came, when.
Yeah, absolutely. At that
Kahani
time,
came.
it was only with every film it was going up. And then, you know, when you're not able to grow further monetarily, that's also because, you know, then sometimes it hurts your pride. But you're realistic about it and you say that, it's not, you know, because it has to be justified. Your budget has to be justified so that there's scope for the film to do well. And then, so I'm okay with it. As in, I'm not shattered that happened or anything of the sort. But yes, I want every film of mine to do well.
With the passage of time, I mean, of course, there's something called age which never decreases. We see all senior heroes doing movies with, you know, younger heroines.
Yeah.
Almost everyone, even though they come out and say that, we want to do, but they end up doing with younger heroines.
Yeah.
Where does that leave heroines who are as talented as you, or maybe, you know, in that group?
I really am very happy with
you don't end up fitting into those projects?
No, but I don't want to. I'm doing films which are female centric, where, you know, every film is offering me something new to do, which I probably wouldn't get if I did films with, you know, the so-called
So that's the game,
big male
that's your game.
actors. Yeah, you know, I'm doing films where these are female centric films where I am playing the central protagonist. Every time it's a new story, it's a new character. And, you know, some films work, some films don't work, but I'm very happy with the kind of work I'm doing. And I have absolutely no problem in admitting my age or playing my age. You know, I'm not trying to be an 18-year-old. And they also probably, you know, male actors end up working with much younger heroines because, you know, once a heroine establishes herself, she does not want to go back to doing the inconsequential stuff.
Yeah.
So that only the newcomers will do. Inconsequential in terms of once you've tasted substance, then you don't want to go back to doing, like, you know, 4 songs and 2 scenes. I think that's also the reason that they are left with no option.
I completely agree with you, but there was this shore sharaba, you know, too much happening. Pay scale of women should be as high as man. Has it changed? Ek saal se chal raha hai.
See, I don't know whether it's changed because in my kind of films, you know, it gets dictated by the budget.
But you hear things around you.
No, I hear things, but I don't know anyone well enough to say, you know, so how much are you commanding? Are you getting as much as the hero? Are you getting more than him? Are you getting less than him? Monies is not something I would ask anyone about. I've read figures in the papers and I'd hope it's true that they are getting, you know, their fair share because they're contributing hugely to the success of a film. But again, you know, I think...
You doubt those stories?
No, sometimes because what I hear from the industry sometimes when I say, you know, oh, it's so great that this person is getting paid so much.
And they say it's not true.
And they say it's not true, it's just a publicity stunt. And I'm like, then it's very upsetting. But whatever it is, I'm saying if 5 false stories amount to the 6th producer giving the actress the right amount of money, I think it's still fair game.
But Vidya, you say these female-centric films, abhi, ये साल में क्या हुआ है? I hardly have seen any. I mean, there was a phase recently.
बड़ी हीरो की फिल्में भी तो नहीं चली. सिर्फ फीमेल सेंट्रिक फिल्म्स को आप क्यों बोल रहे हो?
दिख नहीं रही हैं मुझे, मैं ये कह रहा हूँ. चली नहीं है, सही है. फीमेल सेंट्रिक फिल्म्स दिख नहीं रही हैं.
नहीं, इस साल तो बहुत बनी, पर ज्यादातर फिल्में चली नहीं. हाँ, but I think that's okay. Generally in the industry, many
I'm
films
telling
have
you the
not
next
worked
year,
this year.
there's hardly any.
Right. No, but this is a trend. It's not a trend. It's here to stay. female-centric films will keep getting made. At
So-
least as far as I'm there, you can be assured of that.
So I'm happy that
Thank
you will
you.
continue to remain in the center, and I wish you all the best
Thank
for
you,
Tumhari Sulu.
Vicky. As always, a pleasure.
Thank you so much for
Thank
being on
you.
SpotboyE.